So now we're talking about dividing fractions. And our rule for division of fractions is basically we can't divide fractions. So what we do is we follow our keep, where we keep the first fraction, change, where we're going to change division to multiplication, and flip, where we find the reciprocal of the second fraction. So what that means is that we are going to keep our first fraction. So the 2/3 is simply going to stay 2/3. Now, the division sign we said is going to change because it's keep change. So we're going to change that to multiplication. And the second fraction, we're going to flip. Now, the reciprocal or the flip is where we take the denominator and we put it on top, and we take the numerator and put it on bottom. All we did is we flipped that fraction upside down. Now, from here, this just becomes a multiplication problem for us. So we can go ahead and follow our multiplication rules. And rule number 1 is cross simplify. So I'm going to look at my 2 and 1, and I'm going to say, well, those don't really simplify at all. However, I do see that my 3 and 9 can simplify. So my fraction is going to be 2 because the 2 didn't change, but the 3 had a common factor of 3 with the 9. So 3 divided by 3 is 1. And the multiplication sign is still going to stay there. And our second fraction, the 9 had the common factor with the 3. So 9 divided by 3 is 3. And the 1 didn't change because that was simplifying with the 2. So now we have a problem that basically says 2 over 1 times 3 over 1. Well, you guys can figure that part out, right? Because it's just going to become multiply across the top. And so we have 2 times 3, and 2 times 3 is going to be 6. And 1 times 1 is going to be 1. So really, this problem has a solution, or a product, of 6 over 1, which is just the answer of 6. So if we took 2/3 divided by 1/9, it's actually going to give us an answer of 6. But we have to realize that we have to convert it to multiplication first. So remember, our process was take the division problem, keep the fraction, change division to multiplication, flip the second fraction, then follow the multiplication rules.